coming up on the Crazy Jamaican Bwoy Podcast.
I'm just at a loss for words at some of the things I've been seeing on social media. Like the things that people put out there. Like, why do I need to know that your baby father did get a yeast infection? Make you have a yeast infection, eh? Why do I need to know that? I suck my own. What the blood clot this? Alright, mic check. Alright, you don't know this is your boy Anthony. I'm back again with another episode of the Crazy Jamaican Bwoy Podcast. Glad for seeing them. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. But before we get into it, I want you guys to like this video. I want you guys to subscribe if you haven't already. I want you guys to, leave a comment and do the works. If you guys are viewing this on Spotify or Apple, make sure you guys leave a review. All right, make sure you guys leave a review, rate it, and yeah, if you guys want to leave a comment, leave a comment as well. All of that, guys, it helps. It helps to grow this podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that take the time out, each week to come and just watch me. We're there at the episode 4, guys. Episode 4. So yeah, thanks, guys. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into what's been going on. First of all, I hope that you guys all had a Merry Christmas. My Merry Christmas, it was okay. I give thanks. I give thanks for life. I was with my mom. I spent the Christmas with my mom. We ate, we talked, and it was good. I enjoyed the day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, just them simple mercies that you have to you have to be thankful for, right? Yeah. Come, I could have 6 feet under, but here I am, there. Probably wasn't the best Christmas ever, but we have to do what we have to do, right? All right. Oh, drink of the day. We're having a beer today, guys. Beer. Big up yourself. Red Stripe. Big up on yourself. If you don't want to sponsor me, just hit me up. All right. So yeah, speaking of Christmas. So I was watching some little Christmas specials, right? And in particular, I was watching the Hey Arnold. I'm sure you guys know it. If the real OGs them watch Hey Arnold, I'm sure. And if you don't know, maybe you know the guy with the football head. Anyway, so I was watching the Christmas special, and sometimes when you were younger and you used to watch these cartoons, a lot of what we would watch would kind of go over our heads. The message for each of these episodes. So I was watching, and it was just, I didn't realize how profound, the show was. Like, just the whole messaging behind it. It was about the Vietnam War. Although it didn't specifically mention it throughout the episode, it was about like the Vietnam War, how this guy was separated from his daughter. And it was just a very heavy type of episode, a heavy type of situation. And I was just thinking to myself, do kids these days, do they have programming like that? Like cartoons? You know what I mean? Like, we used to have like Hey Arnold. We used to have Kim Possible. We used to have some really good cartoons, Tom and Jerry. The whole works. I just feel like nowadays kids, them don't really have that. You know what I mean? Like, remember getting up early every Saturday morning and would just sit down and then, you're just excited because you want to see the new cartoon on Saturdays. And I just watch it and, you know what I mean? Do kids have that now? I'm thinking. I don't really think they do. And I think a lot of the cartoons now they have complete fuckery. Like, no messaging behind it. It's just stupid. Like even this Coco Melon shit. By the way, parents, I advise you guys to be mindful of what your kids are watching and what they're absorbing. Because I feel like a lot of the content that they're absorbing these days, it's not that great. I feel like a lot of the millennials and maybe like the early Gen Z, I think that's why we're so much more functional and have sense. But I feel like the nowadays people them have no sense. You know what I mean? Because with them they really have that kind of content for really absorb these days. Like a lot of the content that they have, it's not really challenging them. It's not really stimulating them. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of them to them run to social media. And a lot of these social media influencers that they look up to are not necessarily the best role models for them, which is why they always be doing some stupid shit. You know what I mean? So I'm really just a think about it, I really think about it. Because, obviously, cartoons, you'd think that, okay, this isn't anything really like big or major or really profound to a child's development, but you'd be surprised. I feel like a lot of these nowadays cartoons, they're not really doing it for the kids growing up. Today's generation of children, I don't think they're up to par. I think they're very simplistic in nature. I think they're very stupid, and I don't think they really offer like any kind of value. I feel like cartoons back then kind of pushed the envelope. I think they kind of challenged us to some degree. Like, in terms of like the current events, things that were relevant back then. And even some topics too that they would touch upon. Like, even like Hey Arnold, referencing the Vietnam War. I don't think there would be like a cartoon now that would even take that on. I feel like it's just too heavily censored now. I feel like a lot of these networks wouldn't really want to tackle a subject matter like that. You know what I mean? But I feel like when they do things like that, when they heavily censor a lot of these programming, I feel like they put the children at a disadvantage, right? And I know this might sound very, what's the word I'm looking for? I know this might sound not too like major or a rather petty thing, but I think it does help. Like, what your child absorbs, it does contribute to their development. Yeah, right? So that was just something I really wanted to kind of touch on because, and I feel like I could do a whole podcast about this, like comparing like cartoons from like back then to like now. It's like night and day. Like, you just can't compare the two, right? Jano, I remember when I used to grow up on shows like Dragon Ball Z. I used to watch, yeah, even Dragon Ball Z, for example. I remember when I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Dragon Ball Z Kai or Dragon Ball Kai or whatever. So growing up when I was a child, going primary school, I used to rush home for watch Dragon Ball Z. And then, a part of the appeal with Dragon Ball Z was the violence, right? Like, it was, it was pretty violent for, the time. And then nowadays, I think they did something, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and they edited out so much of the violence, like the blood. You don't even see blood. Like, if somebody get a nothing. And for me, what good does that really do? You know what I mean? It's real life. Like, if somebody stabs you or something happens, you're gonna bleed. Are children really benefiting from stuff like that when we edit out certain content to suit? What do you guys think? Am I looking too deeply at it? Or do you think I'm making a valid point? What do you guys think? I'm very curious to know your thoughts on this. Alright guys, so there's another thing I want to actually talk on too. I want to speak on. For 2026, I really want us to start having shame. I want us to bring shame back. I want people to be more mindful of what they bring onto social media, what they bring to the internet. You know what I mean? Because some bullshit I be seeing, I'm just at a loss for words at some of the things I be seeing on social media. Like, the things that people put out there. Like, why do I need to know that your baby father did get a yeast infection? Make you have a yeast infection, eh? Why do I need to know that? Why do I need to know that you almost, you ate your girl out while she was on her period? I don't even know that, Some things only can keep to yourself, man. Some only really need to have shame. Like, I just don't understand the mindset in bringing certain things like that onto the internet. Right? Not everything needs to be shared online. Like, I just try to understand. Is it a case where it's therapeutic for you guys? Or only just a look clout? Because me confused. Literally. And then when you guys share this information with us, and then the whole internet are bringing you down, you don't want to cry foul. You not say, why are you all bullying me? Well, bitch, why the fuck you put this online? If you don't think that people are going to criticize and scrutinize you, you have to use in the head, man. You really, really have to use in the head. Some things just don't have to be talked about. Some things you can actually carry to the grave. Right? You don't have a friend. Which part of the friend them there? Because there's no way you could really have friends and then bring forth some of the information you want to bring online unprovoked too. Like sometimes I'm in awe with some of the things y'all share. I'm not gonna pretend that I haven't, me not get my L's them. I'm gonna get my L's them one heap of time. But you see the difference is, I'm not gonna put it out there on social media. I'm not gonna give una ammo for use against me. Sometimes when I see people be posting their kids and like some very sensitive, very, personal information about their children, I think we can all agree. Being a child, being a teenager growing up is tough. You have the insecurities them, and then you're surrounded by your peer groups who can make shit frustrating and hard for you. So you as a parent putting out some very sensitive personal information, some embarrassing information about your child online, you know things that are gonna affect them? And then mess with them mental health or all of that? And then we are complaining why the kids them these days are so depressed. Because some don't be doing shit like that unprovoked and then embarrassing them. Like, guys, we don't need to be mindful. I just miss the days where me never did know enough things about to know. You know? Nowadays, you can just go on somebody TikTok and then story time, they might tell you something about, that time where I found out I caught chlamydia from my... Come on, man. Bring back shame. Bring back shame. We don't even know certain things. We don't even know, say, you did try to take away your next girl, man, and then the wife grab your lay weight and put pepper on your pum pum. We don't even know that. You see? Be mindful, guys. Be mindful. Alright? Be mindful. Because the internet, whatever is on the internet, stays forever. Alright? It never dies. Alright, so just think about that. Alright, guys, so confession time. Confession is good for the soul. Alright, so if you guys want me to read your confessions on the podcast, I want you to just click the link. It's on my Instagram and my TikTok. The link is there, guys. And then there's a confession tab. So you can just click there, click on that button, and then you can submit it. You don't have nothing to worry about. I don't know who send me them something here, alright? I don't know who. It's completely anonymous, guys. So just be free. Send your confessions. We want to know the juicy stuff, guys. We want to know the dark, the nastiness, guys. Just drop it on here, okay? Alright. I won't tell. I promise. Alright, so this first confession. My man is a selector and he gives me head and love doing it in... Oh, okay. Wow, so that's what we're starting it, right? So your man is a selector and him love give you head and he bun it out at parties every night. I feel like... So this girl giving me the Gok 3000. Okay, the Gok 3000. That is something serious. I nutted in her mouth moments later. Okay, so the Gok did its thing. And this girl wanted to kiss me with the sperm's load in her mouth. And like, damn, shawty. Swallow first, then come for that kiss. Wow. Me did have this ex. Me used to date for about 3 years and odd. Was a real yammed for this little boy, you know. Remember one day, I see this boy with girl and I left him about 2 days after. I said I go look for him mother and me I go get closure. My day here till him mother says she got tongue. God, what do you need for learn for right? She got tongue. Me should have left from them time there, but no, me stay about me I play with him little brother them. One thing led to the next. Me inside the room, me see a boy come in there. People, if you're not gonna send them blood clot confession, yeah, make sure say you can spell the word them properly. Right? Me not say you need to put in amazing, beautiful grammar, you know, me not say that, but at least make sure so me can read the fucking thing. Cause me I go through this right now, I'm a stress. Alright, so this is gonna be the last confession, guys, cause we not really annoy me. I suck my own. What the blood clot this? I suck my own dick. I can take. What? Me want to read this. Alright, I'm just read it. I can take 2 inches inside. I come in my mouth and drink it after. I want even to read this. Read this. Been doing this for 5 years. The last 5 years. Also. No, I'm not reading more of this, guys. This is just too much. Alright, guys, so I think I gotta just end the podcast right here. Anyways, if you guys are still here, thanks again for watching. Yeah, I feel good. So now always just elevate me and I boost my certain ways and I tell me so I like the podcast. You know. Make sure you guys follow me on my socials though. The Anthony Tracy on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the whole works. Yeah. Make sure you guys have liked this video and you're subscribed and you left a review and a comment. Okay, guys? Alright, so I will see you guys on the next episode. Thank you again for watching and yeah. Bless up on yourself.